Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 13th of August 2025 and the global cryptocurrency market guys is definitely looking great since the last 24 hours and the reason is pretty simple guys. Yesterday the inflation data was out and under the Trump administration once again guys, the inflation has drastically been going down and this whole narrative regarding tariffs pumping up the inflation turned out to be completely false, isn't it? And looks like now a lot of investors they are agreeing to it as well. And because of that guys, if you look at ETF inflows, today once again it is well over the $500 billion mark. It is at $589 billion. And this matrix guys gives an indication as to what the investor confidence is, isn't it? And only because of that there is a pump up in the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now what is really interesting to note guys is, the prices of Ethereum is definitely off the chart. And it is up by well over 8% since the last 24 hours. As a matter of fact guys, one of the news I'm going to be talking about is connected to Ethereum Treasury firm and the person who is involved is a really iconic person guys, so we'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this. But what I want to go ahead and talk about today guys is a really interesting news, and this is connected to Monero's 51% attack. And there is a company called as Qubic guys. They were claiming that they were able to take 51% of Monero's hash rate. Now what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now there is nothing to be worried about as such, because this particular attack guys is more of an experiment that they tried to do. But at the same time guys, technically speaking they did not make any attack as such. But could it be possible that they can go ahead and reorganize the block of Monero? We will definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now look guys, it is needless to say that Monero is something with Bitcoin intended to be, isn't it? But the whole narrative regarding privacy coin is shut down because of regulations. And when you talk about regulations, particularly in Dubai guys, there is absolutely no room for privacy coins as such. But nonetheless guys, in today's episode I'll go ahead and discuss what this drama regarding 51% attack regarding Monero is. Now the next news guys is the massive news regarding Ethereum Treasury firm and Peter Thiel guys. He has acquired a 7.5% stake in ETHZilla. And ETHZilla guys essentially is a biotech firm, and rather than focusing on biotechnology guys, they are focusing on becoming an Ethereum Treasury firm. Now one of the reasons why this news is important is because of Peter Thiel, isn't it? He's an iconic person particularly in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space, going back to even 2014. As a matter of fact guys, he was one of the guys who actually did have a fund called as Founders Fund. And it is the Founders Fund who actually did give Vitalik Buterin $100,000 grant in 2014. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Because right now this whole narrative regarding Ethereum Treasury is definitely picking up pace, isn't it? And since the last few weeks guys, I tend to talk about this quite a lot as well. So we'll definitely go ahead and explore what this news is all about. Now the next two news guys is connected to President Donald Trump. Now the first news is connected to Bo Hines guys, because he was the advisor for President Donald Trump regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? Looks like he has stepped down, and another person called as Patrick Witt has replaced that role. So I'll go ahead and share more information regarding this. Now it's going to be really interesting to see guys, what kind of an impact does Patrick have on this role. Now the funny news, as I mentioned earlier guys, is also connected to President Donald Trump, and this is connected to his media company and Trump Media Technology Group guys. They made certain amendments to the Bitcoin ETF, and that ETF is called as Truth Social Bitcoin ETF, isn't it? So what I'll do guys in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss what the amendment is all about. And it is really important to note guys, Crypto.com is a custodian for it. So I'm pretty much sure guys, as and when we get some information regarding the approval of Truth Social Bitcoin ETF, things will be looking great for Crypto.com as well, isn't it? So definitely keep an eye on that news. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover guys in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys is connected to artificial intelligence and decentralized computing and a company called Morphware guys. They've expanded the operations to United Arab Emirates as they want to strengthen their position in sustainable AI and decentralized computing. So I'll go ahead and share more information regarding this. Now the second news guys is connected to real world asset tokenization. And right now in Dubai guys, there's so much of hype regarding real world asset tokenization, isn't it? And the news essentially is that Brikyland Technologies and Inovartic, they are launching a UAE joint venture to drive real world asset tokenization. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now regarding real world asset tokenization guys, roughly around a month ago I did go ahead and do a live session via LinkedIn. And if you do need any information or consultation regarding real world asset tokenization guys, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. And maybe guys, in the month of September, I'll go ahead and do a LinkedIn live session on real world asset tokenization once again. So we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover guys in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Monero, and they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look guys, whether you're looking into investing in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Monero puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Monero's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Monero automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Monero for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Monero using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part guys, once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Monero for you. So what are you waiting for guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website that is monero.app, and don't forget to use the code BlockchainDXB. And Monero guys is all markets one app. Next guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETHZilla taking place simultaneously. And trust me guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Cause for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETHZilla event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right guys, palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock guys is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as ETHZilla. And look guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life. So don't just read about it, be there and head to the website that is futuristconference.com, and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since you've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, look, guys, one of the reasons why the global cryptocurrency market is pumped up is because yesterday, guys, the inflation data was out, and under the Trump administration, guys, the inflation has been on a downtrend, isn't it? And I cannot stress this enough, guys. The only website to go and look at information is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now, it's important to note, guys, President Donald Trump has fired the chairperson for Bureau of Labor Statistics, isn't it? And that is because she was intentionally manipulating data in favor of Joe Biden, no? And based on the data by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, inflation is actually slowed down, no? Which is a massive deal for the Trump administration, isn't it? And mainstream media as well as Democrats, guys, they were saying that tariff is going to be increasing inflation, isn't it? Unfortunately, guys, none of those things happen, and including tariff-related information, inflation has been consistently going down under the Trump administration. So what I'd really urge you guys to do is go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics and look at the inflation data yourself, and you'd be surprised, guys. All of the so-called economists and experts were saying that because of tariffs, inflation will be picking up pace. That did not happen, isn't it? Because tariffs did actually start from the month of April. And because of tariffs, guys, President Donald Trump has secured over $17 trillion. And only because of this data, guys, if you look at the investor confidence, looks like it is positive. And that is clearly reflecting by the ETF inflows, isn't it? Because right now today it is at a staggering $589.8 billion. And more importantly, guys, if you look at the global cryptocurrency market, today it has shattered the $4 trillion mark. And today it is at $4.17 trillion. And since the last 24 hours, guys, the global cryptocurrency market is up by 2.7%. And if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume, guys, since the last 24 hours, it has actually crossed the $200 billion mark. Today it is at $201 billion to be precise. This, to be honest, guys, is a really healthy matrix, isn't it? And what I'm really liking since the last 24 hours, guys, the volume of stablecoins has picked up pace as well. So keeping all of these data, guys, things are definitely looking good for the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now let's quickly run through some metrics regarding decentralized finance and decentralized exchanges, because the volume of decentralized exchanges crossed the $20 billion mark after a really long time. Today it is at $20.72 billion, and the fees collected by these transactions, guys, is at $93.45 million. And one matrix, guys, which has direct connection to Ethereum Treasury firms, that is to do with total value locked, isn't it? And today it is at $156.74 billion. And one matrix, guys, which I tend to keep an eye on is the decentralized exchange dominance. And today that percentage is 51.17%. But look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. There is a very high possibility that centralized exchanges, they might be accounting for 30%, maybe even 35% of this volume. So we definitely need to factor all of these metrics when you're looking at these numbers. Now, if you look at the total value lock that is connected to real world assets, guys, since the last 24 hours, it has marginally gone down. And today it is at $13.42 billion. Now, one of the biggest metrics that has pumped up since the last 24 hours, guys, that is connected to Uniswap. And the 24-hour volume of Uniswap is at a staggering $8.59 billion, followed by PancakeSwap at $1.89 billion. And Fluid Gas is at number 3rd with $1.08 billion, whereas Zero Drum is at number 4th with $879.39 million. And at number 5th, guys, is Radium with $869.82 million. So look, since the last 24 hours, a lot of activity is actually taking place in decentralized exchanges, isn't it? And what I'm liking, guys, since the last 24 hours, the volume of stablecoins has definitely picked up pace. And Tether USDT's volume is at a staggering $155.96 billion, followed by Circle USDC at $20.94 billion. And FDUSD, guys, is at number 3rd with $10.17 billion. Now let's quickly run to the dominance, market cap and 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And it is no surprise, guys, because of the whole Ethereum Treasury hype. The dominance of Ethereum is almost at 14%. Today it is at 13.90%, whereas the dominance of Bitcoin is 58.55%. Really bizarre anomaly, isn't it? And I cannot stress this enough, guys. As and when the whole narrative regarding Ethereum Treasury firm picks up pace, the dominance of Ethereum will definitely be pumping up. So it's going to be really interesting to see how long this narrative is in play. And even if we look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, a lot of activity is actually taking place in Ethereum. And the 24-hour trading volume of Ethereum is at a staggering $63.30 billion, which is almost 80% of that of Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume. Because Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume right now is $74.78 billion. Now look, guys, on an average given day, the 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin is almost half of Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume, isn't it? So it is a bit strange and interesting to see the volume of Ethereum actually picking up pace. And even if you look at the market cap of Ethereum, guys, today it is at a staggering $562 billion. Just little over 2 months ago, guys, Ethereum's market cap was below the $300 billion mark. So in just a matter of 3 months, guys, looks like a lot of activity is actually taking place in Ethereum in comparison to, let's say, Bitcoin. And that thing being said, guys, Bitcoin's market cap today is at $2.37 trillion. Now every day, guys, in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? And today, guys, I did actually look at a really weird matrix. And this is essentially a market cap of something called as the Boys Club coins. And it is so bizarre, guys, that the boys market club market cap is at $6.35 billion. Really crazy world, isn't it? So what I want to do is, guys, I want to go and look at the top 5 coins. And to be honest, guys, I don't even know what the boys club coins is all about, but it is no surprise that Pepe is leading the pack. And check this out, guys. Out of $6.35 billion, Pepe itself accounts for $5.19 billion. So clearly there's something fishy going on and someone is going ahead and creating this hype, isn't it? And check this out, guys. The second one is Bread with a double T, but its market cap is less than $1 billion mark. It is only at $594 million. And the third one, guys, is Andy ETH. And what is really bizarre to note, guys, is the market cap is below the $100,000 mark. It is only at $91,680. So look at the difference, guys, between the top 3. The first one is Pepe with $5.19 billion. The second one is Bread with a double T. And the difference is absolutely massive between the first and second, isn't it? Its market cap is only $594 million. And the difference between the second and third is even crazy, isn't it? The third one is Andy ETH and its market cap is less than $100,000 mark at $91,680. The fourth one is Pepe Coin, which I believe, guys, is completely different to Pepe, and its market cap is $66,930. And the fifth one, guys, is Landwolf, and its market cap is $53,930. Now look, guys, one of the reasons why I wanted to run through these numbers is because there is a very high possibility, guys, some of them in the so-called social media world, they are just trying to create a lot of hype regarding these coins, and most likely they are trying to get a lot of investors to go ahead and invest in this, isn't it? Because what they will do is, guys, they will go ahead and approach investors who are not from the cryptocurrency space, and they would tell them that the boys club market cap is around the $6.3 billion mark, and why don't you go ahead and invest in our particular protocol or project? And once they go ahead and get these funds, guys, I'm pretty much sure there'll be some rug pullers in it. So whenever you're seeing any of these new narratives, guys, make sure you go ahead and do your own research, and you can always drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com for some consultation. Now, guys, let's go ahead and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And the price of Bitcoin, guys, since the last 24 hours has pumped up by 0.43%, and today it is at $119,356. And since the last 7 days, guys, Bitcoin is up by 4.78%. Now look, guys, what I feel is this: day after tomorrow, that is the 15th of August, President Donald Trump will be meeting President Putin. And let's say, guys, if there is any peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine, the outcome of that news will directly be impacting the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Let me know, guys, if you agree to my assessment or not. Because whether we like it or not, guys, geopolitical news directly and indirectly impacts the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? Because I very strongly feel, guys, if there is a positive news regarding world peace, the investor confidence will be building up, isn't it? So what I'd really urge you to do is try to go and follow President Donald Trump via Truth Social. And President Donald Trump clearly said, guys, within just 2 minutes he'll find out if Putin wants to go and have peace with Ukraine. And news such as this, guys, directly and indirectly impacts the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? Now that thing being said, guys, Ethereum has definitely gone off the chart. And today the price of Ethereum is at $4,663. And since the last 24 hours, guys, Ethereum is up by 8.37%. And since the last 7 days, it is up by 29.02%. Ripple XRP is also pumped up since the last 24 hours and crossed the $3 mark. Today it is at $3.24. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 2.98%. And since the last 7 days, guys, Ripple XRP is up by 10.55%. Now it is needless to say, guys, because the whole drama between US Security and Exchange Commission and Ripple is completely closed, there is only one momentum towards Ripple, isn't it? But look, whatever I'm saying is definitely not financial advice, guys. And make sure you go out and do your own research, because in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world, guys, absolutely anything is possible, isn't it? As a matter of fact, guys, the next news is probably the most important news in the world of cryptocurrencies, and this is connected to Monero, guys. Now, a lot of mainstream media does not talk about Monero even in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, and the reason is pretty simple, guys. When you talk about privacy coins as such, regulators can indirectly impact it, isn't it? And so far as Dubai's Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority is concerned, guys, they put an outright ban on privacy coins. As a matter of fact, guys, you cannot have meetup events regarding privacy coins. And when you talk about privacy coins, guys, Monero is like the king of all privacy coins, isn't it? And as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, guys, Monero is something which Bitcoin intended to be, isn't it? And you have to admit one thing, guys, a lot of the Bitcoin maximalists, they're definitely fans of Monero. And regarding Monero, guys, there is a really interesting drama regarding 51% attack. And essentially, guys, Monero is facing claims of a 51% attack by AI protocol called as Qubic. And what they're essentially stating is they briefly controlled over half the network's hash rate as an experiment. And what they're saying is that they did that to go and improve the security of Monero. And Qubic has reportedly mined 63 of 122 blocks, and they did that in a window of 4 hours. But here's the interesting thing, guys. Some of the experts in the world of privacy in Monero, particularly from AML Bot and Horizon Labs, are actually claiming that there is no independent proof of a successful takeover or double spending. And the CEO of Blockcheckers is actually arguing that the data shows that there is a short-lived deep chain reorganization, and he's calling it as a really low-impact 51% attack. And this news, guys, did actually create a bit of panic in the Monero world, and the price of Monero did actually fall down because of this news. So essentially, guys, when you talk about 51% attack, what that actually means is a person can go and reorganize the entire block, and they can essentially go and double spend as well. Now, according to me, guys, this is still a gray area, to be completely honest. So what I want to do is, guys, I want to give an argument suggesting that it is a threat. At the same time, guys, I also want to go ahead and put forward an idea as to why this is not a threat. So let me know, guys, what is your assessment on it? Because according to me, guys, this definitely does not seem to be a massive threat as such. But let's go ahead and discuss why it could possibly be a threat. Because look, guys, based on Qubic's claim, they briefly control over 51% of Monero's hash rate, isn't it? And that, to be honest, could actually allow manipulation of transactions. But they clearly mentioned that this was more of an experiment rather than doing an attack. And based on the announcement, guys, the reason they did this experiment was to go out and highlight the vulnerabilities in the network. And if you actually look at the Explorer, guys, it does actually show some reorganizations. I believe it was up to 6 blocks that was actually reorganized. But this particular impact is a really low impact, isn't it? But look, guys, low impact or high impact, 51% attack should not happen, isn't it? And even some of the advocates of Monero, guys, they acknowledging that Monero's low security budget makes it susceptible to future attacks as well. And in the past, guys, you've seen Ethereum Classic had an attack, and even Bitcoin Gold did have a similar attack, isn't it? But look, guys, according to me, it is not a massive threat yet, because as of now, guys, there's no independent or third-party verification confirming a 51% attack. And based on my understanding, guys, there is no evidence of large-scale blockchain rewrite or confirmed double spending has emerged as of yet. Could it be possible that we might be able to do some forensic analysis on it and then come up with an idea regarding it? I really am not sure even if that thing is possible, because in Monero, guys, all of the amount is completely sealed as well, isn't it? And regarding Qubic's claim, guys, some experts are saying that the data used by Qubic was from a self-selected time frame and not conclusive. So look, guys, the attack was short-lived and low impact. And if you look at it, the network still largely maintains consensus control as well as in it. And more importantly, guys, Monero's security team and external auditors, they have also not confirmed any major network issues as such. But unfortunately, guys, because of this news and blockchain CEO statement, the prices of Monero definitely suffered as well as in it. So I thought let me go and discuss what this news is all about. And look, guys, regarding Monero, what I really urge you to do is, on YouTube, there is a very technical series called as Breaking Monero. I believe there are roughly around 7 to 8 episodes on it, but I have to warn you guys, it is extremely technical, and they go ahead and explain how you can actually go ahead and break Monero too. Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss some news in the world of Ethereum Treasury firm. And Peter Thiel, guys, is probably the most influential person not just in the finance world, but even in the political space, guys. He has acquired a 7.5% stake in a company called as ETHZilla, and ETHZilla, guys, was formerly known as 180 Life Sciences. And essentially, guys, they are a biotech firm that has turned into an Ethereum Treasury company. And by taking this bold step, guys, it has sent the stock rising to 207% in just a matter of 1 day. So it looks like this whole matter regarding Ethereum Treasury firms is definitely picking up pace, isn't it? Now look, guys, Peter Thiel is probably the most influential person not just in the finance world, but even in the political space, to be completely honest, because he was one of the first person to go ahead and convince President Donald Trump to go ahead and run for office. And turns out he was absolutely spot on and right, isn't it? And his close ties with President Donald Trump's administration, guys, have aligned with pro-crypto policies as well, including last week's executive order on 401k plans, isn't it? And as I mentioned earlier, guys, Peter Thiel is kind of like an OG in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency space. And in 2014, guys, he did have a fund called as Founders Fund. And it was that fund that did actually give Vitalik Buterin $100,000 grant to go out and work on Ethereum. So him making this move is definitely a massive deal. And regarding Peter Thiel, guys, he also recently acquired 9.1% stake in Bitmine. and Bitmain currently holds $5 billion worth in Ethereum. And here's the interesting thing, guys. They also aim to raise $20 billion more to go and buy a lot of Ethereum. So things are definitely looking really strong in the world of Ethereum treasury firms. And I cannot stress this enough, guys. Because of this whole matter regarding Ethereum treasury firm, the total value locked will be pumping up. And that, according to me, guys, is a really bizarre matrix. What it actually means is securing a network is more expensive than people actually using the protocol. Really bizarre matrix in my honest opinion. Now the next two news, guys, is connected to President Donald Trump. And the first is regarding the executive director of the President's Council of Advisors on Digital Assets. And initially, Bo Hines was responsible for that role, isn't it? But via X, guys, he mentioned that he has stepped down. And now a person called as Patrick Witt has replaced this role. Now what is really interesting to note, guys, is both of them are ex-football stars who played at Yale. So I thought let me go ahead and discuss more information regarding this, because this is a completely new role in the White House administration, isn't it? And prior to President Donald Trump, guys, there was no executive director of the President's Council of Advisors on Digital Assets. Now the timing of this is really interesting is because right now the US Congress is in recess, isn't it? And when the Congress returns, guys, Patrick Witt must track progress on Senate's version of the House-passed Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, while Bo Hines monitors the administration's Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, which was launched earlier this year. So really interesting development. As a matter of fact, guys, the next news I'm going to be talking about is also connected to President Donald Trump. And the news essentially, guys, is that Trump Media, they have filed amendment registration statement for Bitcoin ETF. And the first amendment was actually sent to the US Security and Exchange Commission. And this is for the registration of Truth Social Bitcoin ETF, which will hold Bitcoin directly and track its prices. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, Crypto.com will serve as custodian, execution agent, as well as liquidity provider. And the ETF launch, guys, pending SEC approval, will see the shares listed on New York Stock Exchange ARCA with Yorkville Digital America as sponsors. Now I did talk about this initially when this news is out, and this is more of an amendment to it, guys, because the amendment that they have done is, guys, will delay the ETF registration effective date for further updates. So it's going to be really interesting to see if there is some update regarding Truth Social Bitcoin ETF. And I'm pretty much sure the token connected to Crypto.com, that is Kronos, will definitely be pumping up as well. So really interesting update, I guess. So these were some macro level news, guys. Now let's go and look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, guys, is in the world of sustainable AI and decentralized computing. And Morphware, guys, they're expanding their operations to Abu Dhabi as part of its mission to build a global, sustainable AI and decentralized computing network. And the UAE, guys, joins Morph's second global hub. And it's needless to say, Abu Dhabi's infrastructure, regulation and tech investment makes it an ideal location for AI and blockchain innovation, isn't it? And the founder of Morphware, guys, that is Cancer Trebing, emphasized the goal of linking sustainable energy, advanced AI compute and decentralized infrastructure worldwide. And so far as Morphware is concerned, guys, they operate as a hybrid model combining Bitcoin mining with artificial intelligence and machine learning services. And NVIDIA H200 and B200 GPUs, guys, power Morphware's high-performance computing operations, and the company currently runs over 600 miners generating stable revenue. And so far as the location in Paraguay is concerned, guys, that operations are powered 100% by hydroelectric energy. And regarding the UAE hub, guys, it will leverage advanced data center infrastructure and government-backed AI initiatives. And Morphware's blockchain-based security includes homomorphic encryption for privacy-preserving computation, as this ensures data processing without exposure, which is critical for sensitive enterprise and government data, isn't it? And Morphware, guys, aims to be cost-effective alternative to centralized cloud providers. And Morphware, guys, is focusing on data sovereignty and energy efficiency in a decentralized network. And the network will provide sustainable high-performance AI infrastructure globally as well. And they will combine renewable energy, GPU power and blockchain security for eco-friendly artificial intelligence. And regarding Morphware, guys, they were founded going back to 2021. And they currently operate in US, Paraguay as well as United Arab Emirates. And with this move, guys, they want to position themselves as a leader in decentralized AI revolution. And more importantly, they want to balance sustainability with performance. So really interesting news, isn't it? Now the next news, guys, is more connected to real-world asset tokenization. And Brikyland Technologies, guys, along with Inovartic Investment, they are launching UAE joint venture to drive real-world asset tokenization. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. And this new venture, guys, is named Brikyland Technologies UAE, and it will be operating under Abu Dhabi global market regulations. And it's needless to say they are focusing on real-world asset tokenizations in United Arab Emirates, isn't it? and they want to combine Brikyland's blockchain-enabled asset management expertise with Inovartic's local investment network. And here's the thing, guys. They are targeting fractionalized ownership of real estate, infrastructure, and alternative assets as well. And they aim to make Abu Dhabi a leading hub for tokenized asset solutions, and they are focusing on security, transparency, and innovation in digital asset management. And look, as news such as this supports the UAE's innovation and economic growth agenda, Senate. And Dr. Deng Halam, who is the founder and CEO of Brikyland, guys, says this new venture will set new benchmarks in transparency and efficiency. And Anwar Hussain, who is the co-founder of Inovartic, guys, emphasizes combining global expertise with local market insights. And Saif Al-Darmak, who is the chairman of Inovartic, highlighted unlocking tangible economic value as well. And look, as this partnership aims to drive investment accessibility via blockchain technology, and they plan to include regulatory engagement to ensure compliance, and the platform development for real-world asset tokenization is a key focus, isn't it? And right now, guys, based on the news, of pilot asset deployment with the major Abu Dhabi developers in discussion, and they aim to attract both local and international investors, and they seek to position the UAE as a global leader in tokenized real-world assets as well. So really interesting development. Now regarding real-world asset tokenization, guys, in the month of September, most likely in the first or second week, I will do a LinkedIn live session where we'll go ahead and talk about the history of real-world asset tokenization, and more importantly, guys, we will discuss, can real-world asset tokenization work on permission blockchain or can it work on open blockchain? Now if you do want to go ahead and sponsor this session, guys, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. So these were the newscasts on the Bitcoin blockchain, cryptocurrency, and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, before you go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series, I do have some really interesting announcements. The first one is an interesting partnership, and this is connected to Bitcoin events. Now look, guys, you know that Bitcoin is the king of all kings, isn't it? And the OGs of Bitcoin events, that is Bitcoin Inc., they have a massive event taking place in August in Hong Kong. And guess what, guys? Blockchain DXB is the official media partner for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And this particular event, guys, takes place in August in Hong Kong. And Bitcoin Asia is the region's premier Bitcoin gathering event where builders, investors, as well as investors meet. So at this event, guys, expect powerful keynotes, bold conversations, and a headlining session with none other than Eric Trump. And he will be sharing his vision for Bitcoin's long-term potential. And more importantly, he, along with a lot of Bitcoin OGs, guys, they will be talking about the role of Bitcoin in global finance. And at the Bitcoin Asia 2025 event, guys, they will be discussing Asia's massive impact on adoption. And look, as Bitcoin Asia event connects global Bitcoin communities and drives innovation across cultures and markets, from infrastructure to regulations, privacy tools to lightning development, and quite a lot more. And for you listeners of the Blockchain DXB podcast, guys, I have a cool discount code of 10% for you. And the code is pretty simple, guys. It is DXB, that is D for David, X for X-ray, and B for Bravo. And DXB is the code for Dubai as well, isn't it? So what are you waiting for, guys? In the show notes below, you'll see the registration details for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And look, guys, Hong Kong is calling. So be part of the future of Bitcoin. Now the next announcement, guys, is another big one. And this is connected to Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. And Blockchain DXB once again is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Now me personally, guys, I did attend the Future Blockchain Summit going back to 2017. And the fact is, guys, it is one of the biggest, oldest, as well as boldest blockchain events in the region. And according to me, as well as a lot of advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Future Blockchain Summit as well as Fintech Search 2025 is probably the biggest event in the entire world. And this event, guys, takes place between the 12th and 15th of October at the iconic location of Dubai Harbour. So this is going to be the place where blockchain meets fintech to redefine the future of finance. So expect 250 world-class speakers, over 1,200 investors, live demos, product launches, as well as GITEX Digital Asset Forum, and all of these things, guys, will be under one roof. So you can expect so-called Web3 pioneers to fintech leaders shaping payments, banking, insurtech, AI, as well as decentralized finance. And this particular event, guys, brings the entire ecosystem together. This is a launchpad you've been waiting for. And by attending this event, guys, you will be in a position to be in front of top venture capitals, accelerators, as well as industry leaders. And for blockchain and fintech companies, guys, this is where connection turns into partnerships and dream turns into reality. And because Blockchain DXB is the media part of our future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025, guys, in the show notes below, you'll see the registration details, and there's a hidden discount code mentioned below as well. So do one thing, guys, click on the show notes below, get yourself registered, and see you between the 12th and 15th at Dubai Harbour at the Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Rakesh who asks, because inflation has been consistently going down under the Trump administration, do you think there's a very high possibility that Jerome Powell will be reducing the interest rate? This, to be honest, Rakesh, is such an important question. Now, I do feel that this time Jerome Powell will definitely go ahead and reduce the interest rate, but the reasoning for that is completely different. Because in 2024 alone, he made a decision that in 2025 he'll reduce the interest rate 3 times. And so far, he hasn't done it, isn't it? And I cannot stress this enough, Rakesh. If you look at the US economy under the Trump administration, things are definitely looking great, isn't it? So there was absolutely no reason for him to go ahead and not reduce the interest rate last time as well. But this time, I do feel that he might go ahead and reduce the interest rate. And some of the analysts are also expecting that. And to be honest, this is not necessarily because of the pressure by Donald Trump. Because if you look at the economic data right now, things under the Trump administration is definitely looking great. But look, Rakesh, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, they did intentionally manipulate the data, isn't it? And here's the interesting thing. The manipulated data does actually work in favor of President Donald Trump. Because based on that information, Jerome Powell should actually reduce the interest rate, because that would actually bring some economic relief in the job market. So I do feel this time Jerome Powell and his team members at the FOMC meeting, they do not have any other way to go but to go ahead and reduce the interest rate. So I do expect a reduction in interest rate this particular month. And when that thing happens, I'm pretty much sure the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will definitely be pumping up. And what I'll do is, Rakesh, I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that on the Blockchain DXB podcast. So definitely interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at the geopolitical news. We also look at the latest technological development. And then we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. We look at the local and regional regulatory updates. We look at the latest technological developments. And we also share some really interesting stories from the Middle East, isn't it? And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.